It started on a Friday night around 11:30 p.m. I had just finished watching a movie and was lying in bed, scrolling on my phone before going to sleep. Out of nowhere, my phone lit up with a call from an unknown number. Normally, I wouldn't answer, but it was late, and for some reason I picked up. At first, all I heard was silence. I said hello once, twice, and still nothing. Then, just as I was about to hang up, I heard breathing. Slow, heavy breathing, like the person was right next to the microphone. I thought maybe it was a bad connection, or maybe even a prank. I said, "Who is this?" But there was no response. Then came a whisper. It was faint, but clear enough that I'll never forget it. The voice said, "I can see you." I froze. My room was dark, the curtains were shut, and I lived alone. My first thought was that it had to be a joke. Someone had dialed the wrong number and was just trying to scare me. I hung up quickly and tried to brush it off. Not even 2 minutes later, my phone rang again. Same number. My stomach sank. This time I didn't answer. I let it ring, but then a voicemail popped up. When I played it back, I heard the same whispering voice. "Don't hang up on me." That's when I started to panic. I jumped up, locked my front door, checked the windows, and even looked out through the peephole. Nothing. The street outside was quiet. My apartment was silent. I told myself it had to be some kind of scam or random prank. But deep down, I felt uneasy. I put my phone on silent and tried to go back to bed, but around midnight, I heard something that made my blood run cold. From outside on my balcony, I heard the sound of a phone ringing. And it wasn't just any ringtone. It was my ringtone. The exact same sound as my phone. I slowly walked toward the balcony door, my heart pounding. I couldn't see much through the curtains, but I knew I wasn't imagining it. The sound was faint, muffled, but it was definitely coming from outside. I stood there frozen, debating whether to open the curtain or not. Eventually, I backed away and went into my bedroom, shutting the door and locking it. For the next hour, I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, listening for any sound. Every creak in the walls, every noise from the street outside felt like someone was moving closer. At one point, I swore I heard footsteps in the hallway of my apartment building. Finally, around 2 a.m., I mustered up the courage to call the police. I explained what had happened, and they sent a patrol car to drive by. The officers told me everything looked fine from outside. No one was on the balcony. No one was lurking around the building. They suggested it might just be someone prank calling me, and to block the number. That gave me a little relief, so I blocked the caller and eventually fell asleep sometime around 3. But when I woke up the next morning, I noticed something that still haunts me. I went to check my phone, expecting to see the call logs from the night before. But there was nothing. No record of any calls, no voicemails, nothing at all. It was like it never happened. And yet, on my balcony railing, there was something I had never seen before. Resting there in plain sight was a cheap black flip phone. Its screen was cracked, and when I opened it, the call history was empty. But there was one saved contact. The name on the screen just said, "You."
Like and subscribe.